Hey everyone, welcome back to Movie Studio. Today I'm going to be recapping and reviewing Fuller House Season 5, Episode 13, and it is called College Tours. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. But first, a quick announcement. Okay, so first of all, if you can please subscribe, I would really appreciate it. My goal is to get 100 subscribers by the end of July. I know that that seems like a pretty easy goal, but I feel like because my channel has not been doing the greatest with subscribers lately and views and all that kind of stuff. So if you can please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, it will really help me out a lot. Again, I'm hoping my YouTube channel will grow, and was one of my goals for 2020. And I feel like it has in certain videos, and I want it to be like a good thing overall. So even if you just like one of my topics, please give me feedback on it. It will really appreciate me and help me keep going. Also, second announcement. Please get a hold of me if you like Fuller House because we can talk about a lot. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so my overall thoughts about the episode. I really liked this episode. I felt like it wasn't as good as last episode. I feel like it was good. I felt like it was like the same as maybe like episode 11, and I'll actually talk about that in my episode award. So there's only like two subplots. Typically, there's three, or like three main things. Mainly, there's two. In some episodes, there's three, but in this one, there is two. So pretty much, DJ and Kimmy take Ramona and Jackson on a college tour, and I love how they're focusing on college for Ramona and Jackson because it's just like the next step up for them. I really like that dynamic of DJ and Kimmy being the protective mothers, you know. So that's kind of my opinion on that matter. And of course, I feel like all three of them have their awkward moments. I feel like DJ is like, no, Kimmy's the mom that's most embarrassing, but definitely has her embarrassing moments where she humiliates Jackson. So it is a two-way street between the two of them. Stephanie is typically does not like to get involved. I mean, she doesn't have any kids of. Well, no, she has kids of her own, of course, but they're not like grown up like Jackson or Ramona. So I feel like DJ and Kimmy have that thing in common where they both have to deal with kids that are in high school, getting ready to go into college. So they have that in common. But then again, DJ and Stephanie are sisters, and they all have like this. I feel like DJ and Stephanie, they're like have a very close bond because they're sisters. Of course, they all have their own bonds, and maybe I'll talk about that in an episode. And Full House, I'm going to be starting a podcast, so stay tuned for that. That actually just aired. You can go check out my Instagram store if you click the link below. You can go check out my IGTV, and there will be the first Full House podcast link up there for you. So go check that out because I really want that to be a success. So pretty much, Kimmy wants Ramona to go to school close to her, which is fair because Ramona does want to go to school on the East Coast, I think, and Jackson is just one of those guys who doesn't have any interest in going to college, which is fair. You're gonna see one of those many different times. But at the end, it doesn't. Well, for DJ, it goes surprising for her. For Kimmy, it doesn't go the greatest, but I feel like Kimmy is definitely wants things to go her way as regards to her daughter. And I really like to see because we got to see a really cool Kimmy Ramona thing. Like Kim and Ramona's like, if I was able to get this far in college, that must mean that I had a really great mother who took care of me, which was a really good line. You know what? I feel like I love that mother daughter relationship so much that I'm disappointed that we're not going to get to see more of it. And I feel like by just this episode, we got to see that. And next episode, we get to see Ramona and Stephanie have a moment. I feel like they're trying out so many different character interactions, and I'm loving it. So, like, the first episode was Kimmy and Joey and Jackson and Steve. The second episode was Steve and Max. The third episode was, well, the three guys. It's something we typically do not see. And this episode is, well, I mean, it's Ramona and Kimmy, but I like all three of them together. Fernando, Jimmy, and Steve. We get to see that with the whole sandwich thing. And if you guys are wondering what's going on with the business of Uncle Monty's next episode is going to be a fun episode. I mean, of course, um, there's the whole that Danny and Jesse and Joey get locked in the freezer from last episode. So, but we're not going to talk about that. So pretty much, it kind of goes what they want. So okay, let's talk a little bit about uh the three men in their tuxedo fittings or suit fittings, whatever. Well, it is tuxedo, but so pretty much this episode was the episode, and I thought it was going to be the 10th episode because it says if the suit fits, but now I realize I feel like the titles were misleading, definitely. I mean, besides the very last show again, but I was like, one of them's like called Basic Training, and I feel like they're just not what you expect. And there's like many titles of shows where like you don't know. I feel like here it's a little bit more obvious, but the end like it's like so misleading. So it's funny. So yeah, Stephanie sends them off, and I feel like it's such a fun moment, and we got to see more of Berta. And I feel like Berta's such a fun character, and I should talk about her when I get to my episode awards more. So, as far as like this goes, Max makes the mistake of insulting Berta's signature tux. Luckily, Stephanie comes in and saves the day. You see, I'll talk a little bit more about this in my episode awards, but it's not good to insult Berta. Let me tell you that. I feel like she's definitely a strong, independent woman when it comes to her signature tuxedo. But I feel like we got to see a Max and Stephanie interaction saying like, please apologize to her. Um, I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's like just so much there's like lessons you can learn from these type of shows, but then they end up like misleading you. And honestly, I really love this show. So kind of wrapping the overall thoughts up, it was a good episode. I would agree. It was a tiny bit stale, and I feel like next episode is even staler. Now I'm not trying to be mean about this. I feel like this episode was the best out of the ones out of 13, 14, and 15. And I'll actually get to those, like 14 and 15 will come out next week. But I feel like those three episodes were a little bit more stale, and this was the best one. This wasn't as stale, but I think the other two were. But this was overall a fun episode. I feel like the 11th episode was kind of a filler. This episode was it wasn't a filler, I would say. The tuxedo part was definitely not a filler. But I guess the whole college store thing, it was needed. And I feel like filler plots are something that's not related to the main plot. And I feel like Fuller House doesn't really connect a lot besides maybe a wedding or I feel like besides a wedding or like a continuing of a relationship, Fuller House doesn't continue plots. It's like a new theme every episode. And I really don't mind that. I mean, Full House was that way, and in a way, some shows just work better like that. So that's my opinion on that. I feel like it was such a fun episode. So yeah, that was my overall thoughts about the episode. Comment down below what you thought of the episode overall. So let's go ahead and get into my episode awards. Okay, so first of all, before I talk about my episode awards, please comment down below your episode awards, or favorite moment, favorite characters, most shocking moment, and overall grade. Okay, so my favorite moment, I really love the adults and college kids party scenes. I feel like I love like embarrassing Kimmy, embarrassing DJ, but how they end up and how like, at first nobody wants to go with their ideas, but how they all, come in. I feel like by the end, like I love like them roping the college kids in and embarrassing them because it feels like it adds a lot of like fun to like the storyline, I feel like this was maybe a little bit more of a maybe this was a little bit more of a filler storyline. But I thought it was needed and fun. Like this is the last season. Ramona and Jackson have been through so much through 5 years of high school. What are they gonna do? Like they have to do something with their lives. So, and Jackson deciding to go to computer college. I love that. Okay, so my favorite character. So I really like the three guys. I really like their dynamic. And last episode I talked about Danny, Jesse, and Joey. And here we get to see all three guys together again. And I feel like they need to spend more time together. And there's an episode later in the season where they have their own mini plot for the bachelor party. But I feel like they have like such an interesting connection, all of them, so that I'm glad they are exploring that. So my most shocking moment is Jackson being able to get DJ out of that maze alive. I was surprised by that. And Max insulting Berta signature tux. That's not a smart move, my friend. Talking about Berta for a second, I feel like she's such a strong character and a fun-ish character. But, it's not good to insult her like that, considering of what's happened in previous seasons with Berta and all that kind of stuff. And Steve gets Steve gets the best award from Birdo, and I think that's funny. But then like Max comes in and says that it's the worst of all because it's boring. And I feel like that this is like such a fun. I really like this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun, and my overall grade is an A minus. So again, comment down below your favorite moment, your favorite characters, most shocking moment, and your overall grade because I think that we can all definitely benefit. We can all definitely benefit from listening to my reviews because one, I get good feedback, and two, if you like Fuller House, listen to this because I try to do the best I can to make everyone laugh and have fun. The goal of this the goal of this YouTube channel is to do things that everyone else enjoys. I feel like Fuller House is definitely a big thing. So yeah, again, go ahead and click the link below for my Instagram when you can access the first episode of my Full House podcast. All you have to do is click on that IGTV section, and you can look up how to do that. And yeah, so thanks everyone for watching Wimpy Studio. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications to never miss an upload. I hope you guys are staying safe in quarantine. Anyways, again, thanks everyone for watching Wimpy Studio. Stay tuned for more videos to come. I love you guys, and bye.